have them in the mix where they hadn't really seen Tiger when Tiger was who we all know Tiger to be, the most dominant player in our game.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun to have him back and bring the crowds back and seeing those guys get a little wide-eyed when Tiger gets up on that leaderboard a little bit and understand it's kind of a different animal when he's around.
Yep, you're certainly no slouch yourself either. We're talking to Brandt Snedeker with us, who's got almost 10 wins here on tour, a couple of the nationwide, worldwide, I should say, as well. You know, one thing, I played baseball growing up, and growing up in the Northeast in New York, I would go from baseball ending at the end of the summer, then right into basketball season, then I'd pick up a bat again and get ready for the season in February and March. And I remember the first day or two, I mean, trying to hit a baseball after not touching one for a few months was pretty hard. It just felt foreign. It didn't feel natural. Like I really felt out of sorts. And I've always wondered, and maybe I think our audience will enjoy this because most of us are hacks. When if you go a week or two or whatever the most time you go is without practicing, is there ever a point in Brandt Snedeker's golfing career, professional career, where you try to get back to it and it feels foreign, it doesn't feel natural? And if that happens, how frightening is that?
It does. You take it extended period. It's normally not the first time back out for us. It's the second, third time. First time back out, you really don't have any expectations, and you're kind of just trying to get out there and get the body moving again, and doing some of the stuff that we do out here on tour, massage envy, and doing some stretching stuff that we do. We try to get back and make sure our body's always ready to go. And so when you get back that first week, take a week or two off, the first day feels pretty good. Then it starts going downhill a little bit because you realize, okay, I don't know how to do that yet again. This doesn't feel right. The club's not where it's supposed to be. Ball is kind of coming off a little funny. I don't have my distance back yet. So you take an extended period of time off, you can definitely tell. And if I've been injured a couple times in my career, had to take 5-6 months off at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And you come back there, and some good things, you kind of forget what you were doing bad when you went into the break.
Yeah.
So you come back in with some positive energy, but also it takes you a month to 2 months to get rid. Hitting a bunch of balls, you get sore, your body gets worn out. Not really built up the energy yet, the stamina to be able to hit a bunch of balls and practice the way you used to. So it just takes time, to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, Brandt, one thing that you and I have in common, and that's not our golf swing.
And nor is it your hair.
Yeah, true. I am a loyal client of Massage Envy.
So are we.
In fact, I forgot for like a year that I had a membership. And I have like 25 of them accrued.
That happened to me too. I gave them all my wife.
I have so many of them. So I love Massage Envy. So tell us what you're doing with the stretching. Because we used to do this, like these active stretching things. We did for a couple seasons when I was with the Giants. And it was so beneficial because I didn't know how to stretch. You just go out there and start running and maybe warm up and stretch a little bit. But tell us what you're doing with this because I think it's important for all athletes, especially some young athletes.
Yeah, when you're young, you don't really get that tight, right? So as I've gotten older, I've realized the kind of error of my ways in my younger days out here. Massage Envy came out with an assisted stretching program out here on tour. We have 2 tractor trailers that are Massage Envy performance centers for us, and they travel around there. One's a working gym, one's a working physio unit. So we go in there before our rounds. It's part of our daily routine where we're spending 30 minutes in there in the morning, getting stretched, getting worked on, getting our body ready to go and hit balls. So you kind of get back to neutral before you start. And so you have some semblance of, okay, this is how my body's feeling this way. After a week of doing this, it feels, be able to get positions a little bit easier, able to get a little more speed because I have more flexibility. And in golf and in football and any sport you're doing, flexibility becomes such a huge thing because it limits you in so many different ways in what you're trying to do. And as I've gotten older, unfortunately, what happens as you get older, you get tighter. Your muscles aren't quite as limber as they used to be. It's been really, really important for me. So it's a before the round assisted stretch, 30 minutes, and then after the round, 25-minute kind of cool down stretch. And been doing it now for 2 or 3 years with them, and I've seen a huge difference in the way my body feels, the way I'm showing up to a golf course and feel like I'm ready to go hit a golf ball at 8 o'clock in the morning, whereas it used to be it'd take me 45 minutes to an hour to kind of hit enough balls to get to where I can feel comfortable. And so it makes a huge difference in us out here. You go on a trailer now and you see guys like Phil Mickelson in there, at 7 a.m. getting stretching, getting working on. You see guys at 21-year-old doing it now. It's just part of life out here on tour now.
Yeah.
How much more physically demanding the sport is, but how hard the guys are swinging at it, how much the guys are getting after the gym. This is part of life now. If you're not doing it, you're kind of getting left behind.
Yeah, no, you're right. I got a question for you. We only have about a minute and a half here, Brandt, but I want to ask you this because I know you started on the web.com tour, which is obviously the minor leagues of the PGA, and you've made that transition. I have a buddy who I just met yesterday at the Pro-Am, Jimmy Stanger, who's a UVA graduate, double major in the comm school, awesome kid, and he just missed out by a point. But how hard is it to make that transition from the web.com tour to the PGA tour? Because it's a completely different level.
It's the hardest thing. It's all the mental stuff that goes wrong. It's hard to walk down a range on the PGA Tour and see a bunch of guys that you've only seen on TV and go compete against them and know that, okay, I am good enough to do this. That's what I've been doing my whole life. The golf part's the easy part because that's what we've been doing since we were 2 years old. And since we've been, literally, there's most of us out here have been swinging a golf club, so that's what we know. That's how we feel comfortable. It's all the other stuff that goes around with it, like how to travel, how to make sure Thursday morning you're prepared to be there because we have a lot of downtime. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can make a lot of bad decisions on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with really no responsibility.
Yeah, especially when you're young, making a little sponsorship money.
Exactly. So you got to make sure that you're doing the right stuff on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So when Thursday morning comes around, you're ready to go, and you got to believe in what you're doing. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to last out here because there's too many good players now.
Yeah.
So those are the hardest things to get over.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I was going to say, listen, good luck this weekend. It's a stacked field. Valspar is going to be fun. We'll be watching for sure, no doubt.
And I know your Snedeker Foundation has been fantastic. You're the official beneficiary of the Nashville Open, which is in late May this year, and you're the first tour graduate, web.com tour graduate, to lend your name back to the web.com tour. So
love it.
Congrats on that, man, and keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you having me on, and hopefully I'll see him one day and give him a hard time while he's down here.
Yeah, please do. You can't teach him anything because he thinks he knows it all already.
Is he that kind of golfer?
Yeah, he's that kind of golfer.
Than's, Brandt.
Take care, Brandt.
It's crazy.
A professional athlete.
Exactly.
It's called that innate cockiness. Confidence. He's had a nice career, Brandt.
Yeah, he really has.
It's funny. I looked up how old he was, and he's been around for a little bit. He
feels like he's younger.
He does feel. That's what I said to you. Yeah,
he feels like he's younger, but
he's got some wins though. He's had some top fives at majors. He's had a nice career. Tiki and Tierney.